Good morning, everyone. Thank you all for joining us, and special thanks to our hosts, the National Intergovernmental Audit Forum. I'm Washington State Auditor Pat McCarthy. Our topic today is Capitol Hill to City Hall. It's an honor to be here and to present with valued colleagues from the federal and local levels. I know we will come away with some valuable insights. Let me share a little about the work my office does in the great state of Washington. Here in the Evergreen State, we're lucky to have one of the largest state audit shops in the country, 480 employees strong. We audit all our local governments. That's about 2,300 cities, counties, fire districts, school districts, and more. We audit all our state agencies and colleges as well. In addition to federal and financial audits, we conduct a plethora of specialized audits: cybersecurity audits, performance audits, and accountability audits. We investigate fraud and whistleblower complaints. We audit our public utility districts for compliance with clean energy requirements. And we audit local investigations into police use of deadly force to ensure they meet the standards of our Criminal Justice Training Commission. It's a big book of business. However, I like to say, if you've met one state auditor, you've met one state auditor. All 50 states, DC, and the territories have somewhat different approaches to ensuring government accountability. I'm joining you today as the president of the National State Auditors Association, representing my colleagues at the state level. Our work is part of the same mission to promote accountability and transparency in government. And I know we share those goals in common with all of you. At the state level, we are proud to be part of what I call the accountability community. It's a community that includes all of us here today. What is the accountability community concerned about? Well, I'll tell you in one word: predictability. Predictability comes up in most of the conversations I have with folks from Capitol Hill to City Hall. I think all of us, no matter our political opinions, can agree that there has been a major shift in federal policies this year. The significant changes from the previous administration to the current one have implications for every government that relies on federal funds. I've been in public service for more than 30 years. I know government needs predictability. It needs guidelines. It needs rules to follow. Federal grant recipients want clear guidance so that they can comply with those rules. With clear guidance, governments can operate effectively and efficiently. Clarity is key. For state auditors, the high level of uncertainty creates inefficiency and instability. We are charged with determining whether federal funds have been spent in accordance with requirements. I am reminded of a mantra we in Washington State had during the pandemic: document, document, document. That was our advice to our auditees. Make sure you document your decisions regarding federal funds. Document the guidance that you had at the time and how you came to the conclusions you did. I think that advice stands today. It's just good practice for governments at all levels to carefully document financial decisions. Beyond understanding the changing federal landscape, I think the shift in federal emphasis has also created an opportunity for state auditors. I've heard strong desire to explain our work and assure the public that we are holding governments accountable for the use of public resources. To tell the story of the accountability community's work, as president of NSAA, I have convened a task force of state auditors across the nation to do more education and outreach. As an association of auditors, our colleagues from across the country also developed a white paper. It helps us tell our story and speaks to our values. And I believe accountability truly is an American value. For us in Washington State and many of our peers, our offices are created or were created constitutionally. I think we all share a commitment to providing the American public with an independent review of government operations. As auditors, we look at whether a program is doing what it is supposed to be doing. We review its effectiveness and efficiency and evaluate performance outcomes. We are independent. We report the facts. We hold government accountable. In our white paper, the NSAA emphasized 4 key themes in the work of state auditors. These are 4 themes that state auditors believe strongly in. I'd like to share a link to that paper and briefly share those themes with you. First, independent audits are trustworthy. When state auditors work independently, everyone benefits, especially taxpayers and lawmakers. Independence is essential because it produces work that can be believed and relied upon by everyone, regardless of personal or political beliefs. A truly independent audit provides the public with transparency about government actions, provides lawmakers with vital information needed to shape legislation, and provides governments with recommendations for meaningful improvements. Second, state auditors fight fraud and provide essential oversight. There has been a lot of discussion lately about the need to address fraud, waste, and abuse of public resources. We want people to know there are over 50 audit offices across the country that actively investigate allegations of fraud, waste, and abuse. We do that by operating fraud hotlines, fielding whistleblower complaints, and conducting formal investigations into those claims, often alongside law enforcement agencies. And state auditors identified significant internal control deficiencies and fraud as governments dispersed relief funds during COVID. State auditors also provide essential oversight. Let me give you 2 examples. State and local lawmakers, investors, and others rely on our financial audit reports. Ratings agencies rely on financial statement audits to issue bond debt, and Congress views our single audits as a quality benchmark, as evidenced by the Financial Management Risk Reduction Act in 2024. It requires federal agencies to assess the audit quality of single audits performed across the country. That shows the significance of state auditors in providing oversight of federal funds. Our third theme is independent auditing can be a multifunction tool. For example, in 2024, my office partnered with public auditors in the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services Office of the Inspector General. Along with Oregon, Ohio, and Kentucky, we targeted concurrent enrollment, which is when one person is enrolled in Medicaid in 2 or more states, resulting in duplicative charges. This partnership with the OIG gave states access to data they would not have otherwise. And in our 4th and final theme, we stress that auditing includes innovative tools for modern governance. Performance audits help optimize the administration of government at all levels. They can analyze compliance with state law program efficiency, information technology, and more. IT audits are integral to ensuring the security of citizens' data and defending against bad actors. I can tell you that in Washington State, the demand for our cybersecurity audits of all types has been increasing steadily. As I mentioned earlier, we believe at the state level that these are important themes to stress today. There is a high level of uncertainty today, and we will have to navigate that. But we also have an obligation to tell the story of our work, and that's a good story. We have been providing accountability and transparency throughout the history of our nation, and we continue to innovate to honor the values we uphold in modern times. With that, I again want to thank our partners for this opportunity to speak with the broader accountability community. And I will turn it over to the next speaker. Thank you.